I think the goal of boot camp is to create an atmosphere where God has access to these young people. Being a young person today is quite a challenge. There's things that they face that you and I have never faced, and so they're up against it. These young people, they want to change. They want help, but they know that if they can touch God and God can touch them, that things will work out. It's a pretty rough day that early Tuesday morning, and I asked them right after the mud pit, how many want to be here? And virtually every hand goes up. They want to be here. They're willing to do what it takes because they have issues, and they know that God is the answer, and that if they can touch God and God can touch them, they're willing to do it. Young people love to be challenged. And I think they're getting shortchanged. This generation is getting shortchanged. They like a challenge, they'll rise to the challenge, and the results of boot camp prove that.
Okay. Yellow birdie with the yellow beard. Yellow birdie with the yellow beard. Landed on my windowsill. Landed on my windowsill. I coaxed him in with a piece of bread. I coaxed him in with a piece of bread. Then I squashed his little head. Then I squashed his little head. Sound off. Sound off. 1, 2. 1, 2. Sound off. Sound off. 3, 4. 3, 4. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3, 4. 3, 4. Work it out.
The purpose of drill from a military standpoint is to get a large group of people from one place to another in a very organized manner. Drill teaches self-discipline, just standing at attention for a period of time. It teaches teamwork. It's not just you. Now you have to be coordinated with other people and go in the same direction and the same purpose. And so there are quite a few benefits to drill that people really don't even understand.
The secret of the whole camp is it's aimed very, very specifically targeting conversion.
Boot camp is set up so that these boots are able to come in one way and leave Friday afternoon a dramatically different person.
We create an atmosphere over a prolonged period of time where God can move and have access to these young people's lives and really address the issues that they're facing in a very personal way.
There are 7 real, genuine church services, almost conference-like, morning and night over 4 days of the camp.
The counsellors are always there. They're always on duty to support and manage and help and befriend every one of the boots. They are available to pray with them. They're available to talk through personal issues with them, help them through their daily struggles here at the boot camp. Counsellors are there to take the time to counsel them both in the day-to-day living here in boot camp or in the spiritual things.
All right, so when the boots come in, they're broken up into 3 platoons. We have about 100 kids here. That puts about 33 kids in each platoon. It's something called command and control, which they do in the military. They're going by color here. You have red, you have green, and you have yellow. Boot camp works. Usually around the 3rd or 4th boot camp, something clicks. And when they're at the boot camp, they know what to expect out of boot camp. They know they can make it. They know what to expect when they get back home. And they make the decisions during the boot camp with the understanding what I'm going to face when I go back home. And they make those quality decisions. Then, if they come back, which many of them do, we have some kids come 7 times, it becomes a leadership conference for teenagers.
My hope is that out of this camp, that the young people from the various churches that have taken the time and made the investment to be here, that they will have had a life-changing experience here at Boot Camp 2018, and that they'll bring a dynamic back to their churches that's not just a passing one-week experience, but they begin to implement that in their own lives. They'll allow that to bleed through other teenagers. They'll catch that, and that there'll be an ongoing impact of conversion and spirituality, especially amongst young people in all the churches that have been involved.
All You have